Yeah.
Alright, hello, my name's Ken Rust, and I'm with Kasco Marine, and today we're going to be showing you how to assemble a Kasco Marine 3400 VFX. This is a fountain that can fully aerate a 1/2 acre pond. It's very simple to install, and it's very simple to assemble. We're just going to go over the packaging a little bit, and then we're going to go into the assembly. You're going to receive two boxes via UPS. This is the motor box. Right here is the serial number, and one of the first things I usually do is get that sticker and go ahead and pull it off, and I save that and tape that onto the instruction manual just as a reference for serial number later. The motor box does contain a motor. It will contain the power cable, and if you get a power cable longer than 100 feet, it will have a quick disconnect on this with a stub cord, and then your power cable will be delivered in a third box. This is the float box. It contains your float, your bottom screen, the two mooring lines that are tied to the float, as well as your hardware. With the fountain kit, there's also a C25 timer that's included, and that's in this box as well. The hardware is in a bag down here in the bottom of the box, and so that can be a little confusing sometimes. We like to make sure that people know that they can find that in that box as well. So now we're just going to open up our motor box. It does have some copper staples on there. Don't cut yourself on those. You can see Kasco Marine takes a lot of time in designing packages for their fountain equipment so that we can ship them UPS safely and conveniently. This is a 100-foot power cable that's included on the system. This is a 120 volt model, and it has a plug attached right to the end of that 100-foot cable. This is our instruction manual. We want to save that for later. And we also want to, again, that's just one of those things that I do. I attach that serial number on there via tape. Nice big foam block in there to guard this fountain during shipping. And there is our motor, our fountain assembly, and our power cable. The float box usually has a piece of tape on there, so we'll cut that loose. Again, it's got some of those copper staples in there. Wash yourself, don't cut your hands. It's our hardware packet. All stainless steel powder coated bottom screen. It's our foam filled one-piece float. It has the mooring lines attached to it, 50 feet of mooring line on each side. This is a black nylon rope, and it has the carbon black in there so it will not photo degrade. Inside a cardboard insert, inside in the box, is our C25 timer. And this is a GFI protected timer with a 24-hour timer. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and assemble our fountain. This is the instruction booklet. Again, I just kind of take that blue tag, tape it on there for future reference. Page 4 is where we kind of cover the assembly. It has all the list of the hardware included. Stainless steel bottom screen. It's coated. Take our motor assembly, Set that right in the middle there. This is our float. And this is the bottom side of it. You see there's a crease right there. That is for letting our cord pass under this screen once it's installed and you tighten down that screen to the float. So we want to orient that where our cord is exiting the fountain. So it looks good there. Set your float on top of the motor assembly and align these holes up here in the top with the threaded inserts that are in the top part of this fountain assembly. It's very easy to do. They're brass inserts down there, and you can see and align those pretty carefully. They'll line up really good after you get your screw bolts in there. This is the hardware, and I've got it laid out. Just came out of this one plastic bag, laid out. Try and keep it on a standard surface there where you won't lose any of your parts and pieces. Especially, I kind of lay out a towel or a piece of tarp if you're doing this by the pond bank. Need 3 tools. We need a Phillips head screwdriver. We need 2 9/16 wrenches or a 9/16 wrench and a pair of pliers. This Phillips head screw bolt is going to go down into the float top here and go into the insert. It has on top of it, it's got one small lock washer here and then one regular flat washer. Again, we just want to line those up with our bolt holes. Go ahead and get those started. Look, make sure they're lining up. A little bit of friction when you go through the edge of that float. Not a big deal. Maybe just kind of hold those in place a little bit. Nothing to fret over. Alrighty. You can do this with a drill driver, but you want to be careful because you don't want to, if it gets in there kind of at a particular angle, you do not want to damage that threaded insert where it's going, that's receiving that bolt. That's nice. Nice firm grip on that. Okay. Now, we have this bottom screen down here. If you notice, it has some wings on there. I don't even know why they're there, but they are there, and you need to work around them. This is where you're going to